address you tonight about a special tax called G.B.R. Many of you, as I voted for you, talked to you and donated to your campaign was against it. I understand we raised $8 million in Atlanta by the State Chamber of Commerce. They have hired professional people to come in and try to educate you and change your mind about it. I don't think any man in Georgia is more educated than I am about the G.B.R. I don't think there's any worse tax than put on my sister who can't work that's going to have to pay an average of 33% more taxes on the 3% sales tax in Georgia on groceries. It's a very unfair tax. We're going to have to pay $500 more to buy a car. We're going to have to pay tax on everything we buy when we could have increased the sales tax on gasoline because there are people who have roads, including me. I challenge any of you. Nolan Cox of this city is the most knowledgeable man. He started the studies of that tax and it started 2 years ago and they finally come out and passed it so we can vote on it. Simply because Republican representatives re-elected didn't want to vote in a special tax because about 65 to 70% of them had promised not to vote for a tax increase, so they thought we were idiots enough to come in and vote for one on ourselves. I'm not an idiot. I studied what I voted for. I voted for a tax 34 years ago to lower the property taxes on my home, $1,295 a year. God, the next year after I worked hard and got that bill passed, it went out to $990. Today they're $5,500 something. So it's obviously our politicians don't know how to handle our money. You cannot tax us into creating more jobs. Caterpillar, the people who donated this money, the paving contractors, the big-time people who build trains for America to take this money to Atlanta and come up with this $8 million to help educate the people of Georgia. Get them to tell you the truth. Read the whole truth before you make up your mind and change it. I would remind you that you owe your allegiance to the value system. We're the one paying your salaries. We're the one voted you into office. So think about that when you change your mind about promises you've made already to continue to fight against an unfavorable tax. You cannot tax us into making jobs. I have 5 wonderful employees in a small business. I can't sell a hot dog for $2 and go up on tax 2 cents. What will happen simply is I'm going to eat that 2 cents. You know it now. And eventually, if I eat enough of it, I'm going to have to lay one of my employees off. And 4 of them are working their way through high school. They're 16 or 17 years old. I have one there that's in college, that's trying to work her way through college. I'm trying to run a small business. This tax is going to hurt the small business man more than any other tax that ever hit Georgia. And I can't believe anybody in Georgia who has been educated about this tax is stupid enough to vote for it. I just cannot fathom that. The people out here who can't even drive cars, who are on welfare, who are on food stamps, they're going to pay for this and everything we buy. Not just a little bit of gas. If we'd have needed more money, we could have easily raised it on gasoline. Florida gets 7 cents a gallon more than we do. And in the meantime, with what we have, we're only number 8 in the nation, down to number 1 in having the best highways, the best roads, the best facilities in Georgia. Why do you want to tax us another 1% to build something that will not bring no benefit? One other final thing, if we raise $100 million in this county, DOT can take that $100 million that's already been allocated to us from the feds and the state of Georgia and move it somewhere else at their discretion. And we can't stop it. So that's worse than stupidity for us to vote a 1% and know that they can move it at their discretion. And they haven't done too good with what we get. We got about 400 million cement wall from the Florida line to North Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, and wherever it goes to Tennessee that we didn't need. What is that cement wall out there for? Was it to help a cement contractor maybe you how to spread his money around? Thank you for letting me speak.